Hey everyone, good morning. Dennis K here. Just doing my daily update on how things are going here with the quarantine, the shutdown here in France. So this is Wednesday, March 25th, I believe, and I just wanted to get some of my thoughts out. I'm in my living room, which is now serving as my office and where I spend most of my time now, between here and the bedroom and the kitchen. So I just thought I'd give you a little tour of what it looks like. Nice and clean. Got some beautiful light here coming in the windows, which is nice. Got some nice pictures on the wall. Computer, of course. Keeping busy. Got some. What I like here is on this wall, Steph had these pictures printed off for us, and my parents had bought us this map. We were supposed to put little pins of where everywhere we traveled in the world. So far, it's been 37 countries. So we got some pictures up there, different places that we've been, family, friends. Still printing off more. We just took a beautiful trip to Las Vegas and California, so we're still printing those off and going to get those up on the wall here. This here is one of my favorites. This is an anniversary picture that we had taken by a professional photographer in Paris. I don't know how many years ago now, but it's one of my favorites. It's not a wedding photo, anniversary photo. Been married 27 years. So happy about that. Got a beautiful wife, best friend, life partner, which I can enjoy life with, and even in these difficult times. One of my favorite trips was to Iceland. So this whole wall here is dedicated to Iceland. Love that country. So yeah, absolutely. You know, a lot of people are asking me as I've been shooting these videos about my hat, 10X. So they're wondering, what does the 10X mean? Well, on the back it says, "Success is my duty." And 10X means different things to different people. Some people it means success, financial success, but I think that's just a part of it. 10X can apply to a lot of areas of life, and it should. And I think really times like this give us an opportunity to see if we've been living life to the fullest and 10Xing it. See, 10Xing means not just getting by, not just doing enough to get by each day, spiritually, physically, emotionally, financially, with our family and our relationships. 10X is a way of looking at life and approaching it and not accepting average. It means getting more, getting all you can. And a lot of people, to be honest, just get by. And that can be okay in when times are good, but when times aren't so good, for example, in this coronavirus, this outbreak, people are losing their jobs, their finances are in trouble. There's going to be massive unemployment here in the United States. Stock market is volatile. There's just all sorts of things going on, even relationships. I read an article that said that in China, once everybody got done living in their homes for 2 or 3 months with their family, that many started filing for divorce because they just didn't have a good relationship with their mates to begin with, and being in a confined space for that long just drove them to the edge, and now there's a lot of marriages breaking up because of that. So I'm just wondering, as you have millions of people, a third of the world now is on quarantine or something like that, maybe half the world, and they're all inside. What is the quality of the relationships between those who are married and those who are married and they have children? It just, it can show up the flaws. And so, 10X is a way of approaching, to me, all areas of life to make sure that things are going well, you're getting the most you can, but also when things like happen to this, when we go into crisis mode or when something shows up in your life that is challenging, that we have enough not only to survive, but to thrive and get through it, and enough to give to others. So that's what 10X means to me. 10X means to me that I don't want to just read enough spiritual information just to get by. I want to get enough to thrive. I don't want my finances to be just barely what I'm making it every week. I want to have enough where I can provide well for my wife and I, and to be able to be generous to others. To be able to give them something when they need as well, and not to rely on hope as a strategy. A lot of times when things hit like this, like yesterday, I gave an update to all my Belizean clients on how I thought this was going to affect the Belizean real estate market. And in 2008, when we had the crash in 2008, many people were very pessimistic about how we would do in Belize. And actually, what we found is that property sales increased. Values didn't go down. People still had money. They still wanted to have the dream. So they found a way to make it work. And we had pockets of the economy that weren't affected by the crash. I gave this example yesterday of my clients in Alberta, in the Calgary, Edmonton area, Fort McMurray. They still had money. They're coming down and buying. And this is going to be the same with this. Once we get through this, there's going to be a lot of opportunities. As Grant Cardone says, one of my business mentors, he said, in times like this, you can always find an opportunity. What is going to be the next big thing? After the crash of 2008, look at how many successful businesses came from that. And it's probably going to be the same through here. And so we just need to look out for that. And also, regarding the saying in the back of the hat, success is my duty. I think everyone has a responsibility to show up and to be successful, whatever that means to you. But we have an opportunity to be successful for our families and friends, our communities, to be able to give back, to be able to take care of ourselves well so that we can take care of other people. And I've been thinking about that a lot lately, doing some reading, extra journaling. One of the things I came across yesterday was something from Tony Robbins. He says, change happens when we make it happen. And hope is not a strategy for the future. We can't just say to ourselves, you know what, I hope things are going to get better, or I hope I make it through this, or I hope I don't lose my job, or I hope I can afford property in Belize, or I hope. That hope is not a strategy. Action is a strategy, making a plan, taking definite steps to do something about your situation. Right now, I heard of a company who had to lay off 43 of their employees. 43, and they don't want to. These were good workers, but some of the employees had enough smarts up here to go to their boss and say, look, I know you're sending me home. I don't expect you to pay me. I don't expect health care, but let me work as a 1099 employee. In other words, just let me produce for you. I would generate revenue somehow through sales or commissions or something. What initiative? So right now, you might be thinking, I don't know if I'm going to have a job next week, or I don't know if I'm going to have a job next month. We got to think about what would you do if you lost your job, and don't wait till it happens to take action. I mean, that's the craziest thing you do. So, well, I hope. Well, what are you hoping for? Take steps now. You can do something now to make sure, or if you already did lose your job, now you have a new job. Your job is to go out and look for another job. So, yeah, many of you are asking about the hat. Just wanted to comment about the hat. 10X. One of the things I learned from Jim Rohn is that life is not just the passing of time, but it's a collection of experiences, and to make those experiences intense. And also in all areas of life, when you travel to these different places around the world, we go for the best possible experience. This is a picture of us in Iceland. I don't have a picture of the van, but let me see my wife in front of the waterfalls there. Just amazing scenery. We rented a camper van, drove around for, 10, 15 days, something like that, just saw it. Wasn't necessarily expensive. It doesn't have to be expensive to be intense, to be memorable. But other pictures here of going out with some friends on a cruise. Rented a yacht, a 64-foot sailing yacht in Greece, went island hopping for a week with some dear friends. Up there is a picture of my wife's, probably one of her favorite places in the world, that's Disney. So now we've been to every Disney around the world, Tokyo, Hong Kong, Shanghai, California, Florida, just all sorts of things. What else do we have here? Italy, a good friend of mine, thinking about our dear friends in Italy, Croatia, Zagreb. Actually, Zagreb just got hit by an earthquake. Fortunately, none of our friends got injured in that. But yeah, so I surround myself with these reminders of the experiences we've had. We have many, many more. Just good friends, family, opportunities to do things in life, and we've been blessed in a lot of ways. And some say, "Oh yeah, well you're lucky. You're lucky because of this or that." I don't think we're lucky. We've gone through hard times too. Things haven't always been easy. I went through lots of things. Moving to Belize wasn't easy. Building a real estate business there wasn't easy. Moving to France had its challenges, but through all these things, you learn how to do it. And for instance, right now, we're still learning how to do this. I've never had this happen to me where I've had to stay in my house for, it's going to be probably several months. I've never had this happen before, but I'm going to figure it out. I've never had it happen where my main business in Belize, which I'm still doing some marketing with and still getting interest with, I never had that where my own clients can't even go to the country to see what they're buying. This has never happened to me. It has never happened where I can't go to the Christian meetings that I like to attend at our Kingdom Hall because that's shut down. So now we're attending our meetings by Zoom. I'm learning as we go. And but overcoming these challenges is what makes it 10x. You 10x. You put everything you have into it, and as you do, then you get the rewards. So I know I'm kind of rambling on today, but there's been a lot of things on my mind. Let's see if there's anything else here on my notes. Yeah, I guess that's it. I have a few more things, but I'll save those for tomorrow. So anyways, hope you guys are doing well, staying safe wherever you are in the world. Stay inside if you can. Social isolate. Not social isolate. Isolate yourself physically. Socially, still stay connected. I was talking to some friends on Zoom this morning, and I think, you know what? I feel closer now to many of my friends than I ever have because we're looking out for each other more. We're calling each other more. We're showing more concern, more love, more passion. We're reaching out to others, giving them some encouragement and hope. Maybe those who are lacking hope right now, we're trying to give them some hope and courage, showing them what they can do. Anyways, it's just working out really well. So even though we're inside, again, this is, I think, the 10th day of our lockdown. We're doing well. So you guys take care. Hope you're enjoying these videos. If you are, please subscribe. Again, I don't necessarily do them for anybody per se, but I find that every time I create a video, I learn. It cements my own beliefs and philosophies in my head. And hearing your comments and seeing you subscribe and seeing what's working for you, what's not, that helps me out as well. All right, guys, take care. Talk to you tomorrow. Cheers.